Welcome you all. My name is Sangeet. Students, today we are going to study about a Python chapter 3rd in which I will be teaching you about introduction of data types, right? And two functions like type and ID and many more things. Students, let me tell you, please watch this video carefully because in this video or the video which is prepared by me, you can see most of the things you won't find in your books, but I will be letting you know. So I hope that you will enjoy this video. Let's begin by without wasting our time. What is the learning objective of this video? In this video, you will be learning how to create variables, right? And how that variable stored in a memory in terms of Python. How Python stored these variable in a memory, right? And comments, as I told you, type and ID functions. ID function. Let's move ahead. Students, you can see that here the Python variables in memory like a is equal to 45. As far as the mathematics is concerned, is equal to is a assignment operator. This is an assignment operator. A is equal to 45 means right side value goes to left side. This is the purpose of assignment operator. A is a variable and 45 is a value. Same thing, this is called an integer value. Variable A is equal to 45.8. This is called a float value, right? Variable A is equal to 45.8. And one more thing is like birds. Because what happened, students, when we are creating our project, when we are creating programs in Python, it depends upon the inputs. What sort of input you want to give, right? If that may be, if you're talking about you want to store the age, so age will be stored in integer, right? If you're talking about salary, marks, that can be stored in float, right? Or same thing, if you want to store the address, names, that can be stored in terms of strings. What are strings? String means a collection of characters. So these are the inputs. Students, in next video, I will describe you about the data types only, and you will be learning in brief about the data types. So this is just the sample. See, students, specifically I'm talking about strings when words is a variable and is equal to idea. Idea is a value that's stored in a words. This is called a variable. How it will be storing? It will be storing in memory like IDEA, and the index begin with 0, 1, 2, 3 means on 0 index I, 1 B, 2 E and 3 is A, and this is a pattern, this is the syntax. It will begin from 0 till end, right? Now let me tell you one more thing, students. This is very important concept which I am going to tell you now. The previous slide I also will explain you with the help of practical, but right after this slide. Students, you can see that here is is a variable which has 56, C 46, B is 46. Let me tell you, there are different two types of there are different two parts of RAM. One is called heap, another is called stack. So these all things happening in heap, right? Now let me tell you Python, when you create like C is equal to 46. So Python creates a object, right? It always creates in terms of object. Let me tell you, see here, B 46, C 46. You can see here in both the variables have the same value. So Python will not create one more object for this. It depends upon the value. If first of all Python has created suppose B with memory address 6000, I just take an example. In Python memory, it that can take a that can take an address that is up to the Python. I also will explain you with the help of with the help of type and id function, right? And see here B stored 46, C stored 46. It means that what when B stored 46, it creates a memory address 6000. Next time when a Python find a different variable but with the same value, it will not generate a block like this. It will just reference those. It will reference, see how it means that which variable like B and C should have the same memory address. Why? Because it is reference to B, the address of B. Why? Because values are same. Same thing when a Python finds a different, Python finds a different, Python finds a different. Please try to uh, listen this carefully. When Python finds a different value like a is equal to 56, then it will generate a new block, a new object of. You can see here one more is there. Let's take an example. One more like e is equal to 96. It means that Python will generate one more block like this because the value are changed. But if suppose you can take example f is equal to 46, then f will come here and it will reference to address of C. Understood? So that is how the Python works. Now let me explain you with the help of example. See students out here, a is equal to, let's take an example 78 and b is equal to 78. As I told you, you can see here this a variable and b variable values are same. It means that address should be same. As I told you in a slide, it will it will work upon the same address, right? Now let's see, check how. For that we have a type function, type variable a. What it will tell you, it will tell you the type function will tell you the data type, because in Python there is a provision, it is dynamically typed, variable stored dynamically typed, right? In which you are not supposed to give any name, any data type of a Python variable. If you can take example of C++ and other programming language, you have to declare. During the time of declaration, you need to define the data type as well. But in terms of, in this case, you can say Python is too intelligent language which can automatically justify which data type of which value you have taken, right? Now you can see that here, as I told you, there is one more function is called id function a. It shows the memory address. Now just to prove these two, like memory address is same, as I told you, I just took an example, right? Now let me tell you the value of b. B is a variable. You can see that it proves that memory addresses are the same because values are the same, right? Now let me take a different variable with a different value. Suppose d is equal to 90.8. Let's take an example. This is a float value. If you want to check the data type of this D, you can do like this. It is float. Means type function is, it tells you about data type. But now ID function, you can see that it is a different, right? It is different, as I told you in a slide. When one more example I can share with you, I is equal to 89. It is a different value. It means that Python memory address will be different, which will not, it will not match, right? One more example, let me share with you. It is 89. Now X is equal to 89. It means what? The of memory address of X similar to memory address of, it should be similar like this, same should be there. Now you can check. See, now I hope that you would have understood, and I explained you with the help of, I just proved you each and everything through the Python program. Same as students. Now let's move to next part of this video. This is use of type and ID function. I have explained you. Now I just want to explain you about comments. The comments I also will explain you with the help of program. This is a Python program. You are not supposed to worry about it because you did not reach at strings yet. This is a program I just made with the help of strings. For creating this problem, for creating this program, sorry, you should know that what are loop and what is the, how the string works, right? So let's take an example. I run this program. It will show like, enter the any word. I have entered my name. The program will tell you the total number of vowels in a program, right? There are three. Understood? Now what we'll see, you will see now, if comments, what are the comments? Comments are not compiled or interpreted by the compiler. This is just like a heading. I want in my program this line should not be executed, this only line. Then what will I do? I will be using hash. Now you will see that, now you will see this line will not be displayed when I will run this program. See, it is not there. The first line is not executed. So this is called a single line comments, right? Now, if you want, you want to, you just want here, there one more is called, that is called multiple line. One, two, three. This three commas you need to create, and at the end you need to do the same. Now you will see this part of the program will not be executed, right? You will see now. See, so this is called a comments. And what is the use of comments in a real life? Let me tell you. When you are creating a projects on railway, suppose when you are creating a projects on a library, or when you are creating any project, just you need to remember for yourself, and the programmer has to remember that yes, what I did in that particular time. Means suppose that this is I just want to type here string. This is string, just to remember myself. Same thing when railway projects, when other projects are there, just to remember because probably company wants you to change after 5 years. Some coding they want to change as per the requirement, they want change after 5 years. Till the time it is difficult to remember what I did in that particular part of the code. Because when we are talking about projects, when we're talking about the projects or a big projects, what happened, it is difficult for us to remember each and everything. Here just you are seeing the 5 to 6 line of code, but once you will create the project, you will see, you will find there are more than probably 2 lakh codes are lines of codes are there, 1 lakh line of codes are there. So it is difficult for you to remember each and everything. That is why comments is to be used. So this is the students use of comments and the id function I have already explained you. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and you already understood the practically as well, right? Practically I have proved each and everything. So let me come with a new video. Till then, take care, have a great day ahead.